Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Bantaba Show. I'm your guest host. My name is Sadiq Mubarak. I'm here with three beautiful and talented ladies with me, and I would like to invite everybody that is watching this show to follow us and listen to what the ladies have to share. Without further ado, I would like to introduce our guests for the show today. I'll begin from my right. I have Miss Ksenia. She's an international relations and foreign policy student of FEFU. And from my far left, we have Elizabeth. She's also a student of public relations and advertisement from our Paisa Federal University. And right by my side here we have Dr. Barkavi. She's a fifth year medical student, a soon-to-be medical doctor of our Paisa Federal University. Okay, ladies, today we are going to discuss a very interesting topic which rotates around the entertainment industry, ranging from arts, fashion, creativity, and whatnot. I would like to begin with Miss Lisa or Elizabeth. I have a very interesting question for you, and my question goes as follows. What do you think, in your opinion, how has the African art specifically, how has it evolved over the years? And what role do you think women have played in this evolution?
Okay. So African art from the beginning has been strongly based on our beliefs and how the beliefs play a part in our day-to-day life. So most of the time when you look at African art, sorry, be it sculptures, be it paintings, be it dresses that we wear, you realize that a lot of it has either religious symbols or symbols that are associated with what we are doing, be it farming, be it hunting, and the like. So over the years, most of those symbols have, maybe the meaning has been lost to the modern generation, but you still find them appearing in our clothes or in our traditional attire. And some of which are also bleed into modern clothing and the way we approach fashion in the modern world, which is more functional. So like choice of clothes, choice of how we present ourselves in terms of fashion is more towards function rather than style, I would like to say. So the style is like ingrained. So everything we pick is stylistic, but we find that we try to pick things that are more would serve the purpose first.
Yeah, okay, while you're on this, I would like to add a question to what you're talking about. Do you think the African women still adhere to that like original source, like that very, roots of their, like fashion sense? Do you think we still, they still stick to that, or there's some changes maybe that is influenced by some external factors?
Of course, there's always changes. That is the natural nature of things. That we cannot just stay the same forever and ever and ever. Yeah. So changes have been there, especially moving it from. I can talk from my country. Initially, it was the traditional aspect of things and how we did things from the beginning. And then with the influence of colonization, we wanted to be so much like our European counterparts, and everything was European, from the hair, how the hair was done, the introduction of wearing shorter skirts, longer trousers, etc., depending on which period you pick.
That is interesting. That's very interesting. So let me try to involve our other guests into this very question. What do you think, Ms. Ksenia? Do you think like the African ladies that you used to know, or like when you think about Africa or African woman, like what comes to your mind? I think is as Elizabeth has mentioned, that very traditional way of life, like starting from the dressing, the way they speak and other things. Do you think that's still what is happening right now, or the African ladies have changed?
So I think that the people from Africa try to reflect their traditions and values through fashion also. And I just know that in Nigeria there is one tribe as Yoruba, and there is one popular fabric as aso oki. Yeah. And I just heard and read that this fabric is popular, and also fashion is developing in African countries, and demand for clothing will be increased by 42%. I just read one article about this information last year, and also just products fashion is competitive also with Asian countries.
Absolutely.
Because they have lower production costs, and I think, and also there is one tendency as African Fashion Week also to tell people about the products and the tribes and about clothing, and I think that this year is developing, and the most important thing is to make it popular and to sell some products to other countries, and also to tell people through these products about culture of African countries.
Oh, that is very interesting. Did you attend the recently celebrated Africa Day?
No, I was busy for a little bit with my exam, so I didn't. But I watched some photos. Yeah.
And what did you perceive? What did you like the most from that?
Colored stripes, and I think also some clothes and some dress. I think that they were amazing and awesome, so I like it.
Oh, that is beautiful. Yeah. That is beautiful. Okay, now back to Dr. Barkawi. If in a world where we have an intersection between art, music, and fashion, how do you think, or what role do you think women can play in the development of this intersection, or let's say this collaboration between these three sectors? What role do you think women can play?
Art, music, and
fashion.
Fashion.
Yes.
Okay. So as a women are basically a multitasking person. Like, so fashion is something that women can do, and I'm not saying that women cannot do music or art. Women are really really brilliant in everything they do, and I'm not making it to be more feminist way,
as a matter of fact, I already felt like that this is an attack on my person.
Actually, even though I love when men do things in art or music or fashion, I want to say something apart from the question that you asked, just for the information. There's one fashion show training school in India, and that person, the teacher, the master, is a male, and guess what? He is actually a male, and he's teaching female how to do catwalk and how to do horse walk, how to do. That's what I'm saying. I'm appreciating that, and it's so wonderful to look at it, in a way that men appreciating women abilities and everything, and I believe that women will really, in my opinion, they will really do wonders in almost both all the three categories, but fashion will be the topmost. Because it's always in our blood, like women.
Definitely.
Really.
I think that also that fashion is popular because it is just the product that can be sold, and also African countries they can get money from selling products. It's just a business.
Yeah, well, I have this general question for all of you. what collaborative projects or a project or projects have you, any of you, like participated in, which involved, this that combines a work on art, music, and fashion in the past, or maybe you're working on it now, or you wish to,
Like a work that's
like
combines.
a project,
Maybe-
a project that combines art, music, and fashion, or art and fashion, or music and art.
Okay, so I did not do well. I don't remember anything like that doing in February as a university student, but I remember doing something like that when I was in school, high school.
Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yes, so we usually have like club presentation. So in that, like every high school students will have some clubs like language club, nature club, science club, physics. In science, like there are some divisions like chemistry, physics, botany, zoology, and literature club, and readers club, where you can get to discover and explore more about like literature and everything. So I was part of the readers club, but still I worked as a volunteer for the fashion show team. So it was on the day of club presentation. We will represent each and every club. Like this is what we do in this club, just for the juniors, like who are not part of these clubs meetings. So when they get to that level, like the high school level, they will know what they can choose, what they want, you know. So there will also be like you can be part of the cooking team also, where you can make some nice snack for them, maybe fruit salad
That
or
is
something.
interesting. That's
So
very interesting.
it's a day. It's a day when you will not have any classes on that day. You will just have just club presentation. So you will go to school early in the morning and you will just prepare yourself for it. And in the midday you will have the presentation, and then you will go home early. So yeah. So I was in a part of it, and it was really wonderful. But guess what? Women, like we cannot survive without the help of a man. So of course, like when men enters the scene, it's actually
You can repeat that. You can say that again.
when they enter the scene, be it a fashion show or music or like the technical guy, the tech guy who is responsible for the music and everything for the entire show. So without help of a man, so we can't do anything.
Yeah.
And without the help of a woman, a man cannot do anything as well. I need to emphasize on that. So
Okay, but okay, let me add, like, because of this story you just told us, I would like to direct a question to Lisa. Like when it comes to fashion discovery and talent discovery and talent development, what challenges do you think the African women face?
At the best level is the fact that for the longest time, I think things are changing now, but for the longest time in Africa, women's talents are not considered as talents. So, for example, if you can sing, of course every woman can sing, that is not a talent. Or if you can maybe draw, yeah, okay. And I can make really nice clothes. Yeah, make clothes for people, but how much money will that make for you? It was more like you need to be a doctor, an engineer, a lawyer, you need to go to school, you need to pass your exams. So things regarding talent, especially when it was associated with women, wasn't that significant. So for the longest time it was shaky at best, unless you were extremely good. And of course not everybody, sometimes you're talented, but there is prodigy level, and then there is just normal talented people. So unless you're like really good, your talent would be most of the time underlooked. But as I can say, as of now, that is changing. People are understanding the role that art plays in growing a well-rounded person, and a person that understands the world in different aspects. And school isn't the only thing that someone should be required to do. With the development of that understanding, you realize that it has become more easier for women's talents to be recognized and be nurtured and supported in any way that it needs to be supported.
Definitely. Xenia, how is the situation in Russia? About the same thing that I asked Elizabeth.
What is the problem?
Yeah, when it comes to discovering talent in the female society or in the female gender, and when it, like the problems they face developing that talent, from nurturing it all the way to putting it out there to the world. What is it like in Russia?
So I
Do women find it easy, like to express or to showcase what they have?
I think that
You think so?
in
Russia?
it's easy maybe to show what you can or what skills, because I think that it is also easy in our world because we have internet and we have some social platforms and media. We can show this world about our skills and abilities. So in Russia, it's easy, I guess.
It's easy.
Yes, it's easy.
And okay, how do you think African countries can also, implement what Russia did or how Russia got it right? How can the African countries also do the same? In order to break that barrier,
I think that in Russia we just have also some agencies, and for example, Русский мир. It is just the agency which tells people something about Russian language and Russian culture. I think that it is the great idea maybe to create some agencies in African countries that can make popular things about the culture.
Okay, yeah.
Also, like the thing about Russia is like even now that it's summer, even that there's schools that allow you to take your kids to learn dancing, to learn piano, to learn singing, and all those things. Which in my country personally, if you wanna go learn how to play music, it's going to cost your parents an extra big amount of money, and most parents will be like, I put that money for you for next term.
Okay. This is
I think that in Russia it's easier to find that someone is doing for summer they're going to be in piano school or in music school they're going to learn how to play the piano or the guitar. In my country that's very expensive but nobody has time to spend money for that.
I think that also the government of some countries has to take into consideration about education of children, about the access maybe for free education, because I was growing up in small city and it was not so big, but and we also had music school, and I graduated from this music school, and my parents didn't pay for it. It was free of charge, and it was great.
Okay, I have like an interesting question. Like we all know how rich the Indian subcontinent is when it comes to music and other forms of entertainment. So I would like to hear your views, Elizabeth and Ksenia, about the Indian entertainment industry. And while Barkabi listens, and then she will, respond to what you guys think about it. So what is your opinion? What do you think about the Indian entertainment industry, from their songs and like their music and their dances? What do you think about it?
I can analyze maybe the culture and these activities.
Not from a diplomatic view.
When I just was a kid, I remember I watched some Indian movies, and they were just so funny, and I just so close colored and brightly colored, and I guess that this culture is interesting because of its customs and traditions, and also for example in our universities, I guess that some Indian students, they can organize some events, and I remember just one event. They were a lot of students from different countries, and they study in our university, and they just had small places, and people had the opportunity to came up to this place and to show something, or food or maybe some things or clothing. And I think that people, they maybe have to do these things to make it popular.
And how do you think, how did the Indians got it right? Like, because their fashion industry, entertainment, music is so famous. Everybody knows it. Everybody loves it. How did they get there? What do you think? You listen and you tell us your opinion. What do you think? Is it something they were born with? Like every Indian is born like a good dancer, or every Indian has a beautiful voice to sing?
I think so. To become successful, it's necessary to work hard.
Okay.
No pain, no gain. So in every
I like that.
yeah. So in every country, if we want to be a success, we have to work hard.
Oh, that's true. Elizabeth, what do you think?
I find it wild.
Oh,
And not in a negative way, in a positive way, because if you've ever taken any time to watch an Indian show, you will be entertained.
that's for sure.
Regardless.
That's for sure.
Regardless. Whether I grew up in a country where we had a lot of Indian shows, like so we had either Spanish soap operas or Indian soap operas or Philippine soap operas. And the Indian ones, even if you don't understand a single one of it, like nothing, you'll enjoy the dance breaks for one,
That's for sure.
and you'll enjoy the drama. So for two things, they get drama, they get it very well, and the dance breaks are just fun to watch, and the colors, so many beautiful colors. So it's, to be honest, I think they did a lot of good things. They got a lot of things right, and in terms of is it born or is it strength, I'll argue.
So what do you think it is?
I'll argue both, but that's a complex place to go. But I'll argue both. For one, if you grew up in an environment where that is the norm, it becomes easy for you to pick it up.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you pick it up easily, it becomes also easy for you to train it to the next generation and the next and the next. So you can argue, oh, we are born like this, or we're trained since we are young to be like this. So I don't know, but either way, I feel like it's Indian culture is what it is.
Okay, so Bhargavi, I will give you a chance now to to tell us what you think about their comments, and at the same time also I would like you to tell us how is it like, what is it like growing up in India? Are you guys forced to learn how to dance from childhood, or do you guys have so many dance and this entertainment or the schools where they nurture your talent and so on? What is it like about that?
Okay, so in India, if you go from region to region, people look different.
For sure.
The language looks different, the culture looks different, the food looks different. So it's like dance music is a big part in our culture. So if you want to have an occasion, there is nothing. You can't do it without dance. You can't do it without music. You can't do it without that colorful vibe that you see in the Indian dramas. So it's from ancestors. So I personally do not know why these two are more connected to my roots, but it's from my ancestors, and I'm taking it as a gift. So and I have to pass it to my next generation. The same thing, like music and dance, these are a big part in our culture. So please don't forget it. Like when you forget it, it dies off with you. So and one more thing, if you look about the entire world, okay, I understand that Bollywood is the biggest film industry, being the first in the movie industry. And it comes with the drama and the music and the dance and everything. Think about Russia. Russia has the best ballet performances in the entire world. Russian circus is the best in the entire world. In fact, I remember going to Russian circus and meeting Russians there, literally, and they even spoke Indian languages, they knew.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, and it was really thrilling for me. So there are certain things like it comes with the same thing, no pain, no gain. Like it comes with practices and it comes with everything. If I want to go to a ballet class, it will take a big amount of time to be better, but not the best as much as I can be as a Russian. You know, that's something that I need to say here because and that's what I think.
Okay. Now let's again go back a little bit to the African continent, and it's a question for all of you. But I'll start with Xenia. Can you tell us like any specific African fashion trend that you really like or that inspires you?
Fashion trend.
Yes, because you even mentioned about the Yoruba, Ashoke, and other things.
Yes.
Yeah. Starting
I
from
think-
the hair designs, the type of dresses and other things, any African fashion trend that you really admire or that you actually even use sometimes.
I don't use, frankly speaking, because I guess that I cannot find maybe some products and ridiculous stuff.
And if you find,
Huh?
if you can get access to those products.
I would like to show them, so as a woman, I like dress so much, and I would buy someone.
Oh, so it's the dress part that you love.
Yes, and some skirts.
And some skirts. And what's your opinion of when it comes to the hairstyle? For example, the beautiful hair that Lisa is rocking right now.
I think
What do you think about it?
I think it's amazing when you see that in Russian we have another hair and style, and when I just look at another people, I think that that's amazing that we are different, and when you analyze that we are different, and that's our power, that we can also maybe learn something and to add something to our culture.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Dr. Parker, what is your own opinion? What African style or fashion trend do you love the most? I know you have a lot in your time. Just tell us a little.
Okay, I love their hairstyles.
One.
Yeah, I actually have got everything that I need to do African braid. I'm just waiting for a perfect time, and I'm just because it takes time to take all the braids, the braids.
Oh, when you are really, I have a person that can do it for you. I have a person. I know
Is
someone.
it free?
Not free, but we can sort of negotiate.
Let's get it straight.
I know a
Is it
person.
free?
I know a very good, talented person that can make hair.
Okay. So your question. Sorry.
I mean, the name of one hairstyle is kosички, yes? Just long.
Yeah, kosички braids.
Kosички.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really love that. I really love that. Like, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful to touch. Even their hands.
And when we look, and
Even
it's
their
also
hair straight.
excellent to just add some details in your hair. Some circles, for instance.
The
Yes.
beads.
Yeah.
The beads,
Probably. But I really like their hair first, and their dressing sense is like, as I'm from a conservative country, so we don't really like show off like our body parts when we dress up. So sari is like the
That is like the epitome
traditional
when it comes to the fashion in India.
dress. But the way of wearing sari is different. We have like different kinds of like different types of wearing the same sari.
For special events, also.
No, it depends on the culture. Depends
the
on the
culture
culture and
itself.
region. Yeah. Not the occasion.
But I don't see young Indian ladies rocking the sari often. Maybe the mothers.
So, but in Africa, the same thing. They cover the entire body. Like but it's not as complicated as sari. Sari is a complicated thing. As an Indian, I'm so sorry to say that. My Indian ancestor, please forgive me.
Okay. Alright.
We'll pretend
you didn't mention that.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, now to
I'm
you.
not done yet.
Okay,
Sorry.
okay, sure,
Sorry.
sure.
African dress is really beautiful because it looks like a frock or maybe a skirt. Like it's so comfortable, and I did not get any opportunity to wear African wear.
Oh.
But if I have, definitely, because it is made of cotton and I really love it. For summer it's so good. It's so comfortable. And it's so beautiful, and it looks comfortable, but I hope it will look comfortable even if I have any opportunity to try it in near future. So I really love that. I love that, yeah.
Okay,
It feels
Lisa,
home.
let me
It
ask
feels
Lisa
home.
one question that is also related to what we are talking about right now. How does the African fashion, influence your own choice? Yours, like specifically you as an individual.
As an individual.
As an African woman.
As a
But
Kenyan
you,
woman.
but you.
So because I'm not necessarily okay. Let's start from the basic.
Okay.
So depends. All my casual wear is African wear. So if I am at home, I'm gonna be rocking a dira.
Home means in your room or in
my
Africa?
room, not in my room, Kanishna. In my room, I'm gonna be rocking a dira. Why? Because it's one of the few things that I came with that is specifically me and it's specifically Kenyan for me. Even though, like, I think women in the entirety of Africa wear diras, but so basically that's the first thing.
Can you tell us what this dira is for those of us that don't know?
A dira, a giraffe, a mumu, a bubu.
Wow. It's a name.
It has many names based on where.
But it
you
sounds
come
like
from.
my honey name.
It looks different. It looks the same across Africa, but it's called different things based on where you are coming from. It's basically just a single piece of cloth.
So it's one piece.
Postal.
This is what I was telling about. Like,
Okay.
It's really good. It's really comfortable, and you can have it as long as you want to the floor. You can have it a bit higher. It doesn't matter. You can have it with the headscarf that covers your head. You can have it without the headscarf. It doesn't matter. The point is that it is a modest wear in most cases. So if you don't want to show a lot of parts of your body, but you still want to feel comfortable, it's a good thing to wear. So that is my personal choice for chilling. It's my personal choice for clothes to wear when I'm not outside. But when I'm outside, that's where it gets complicated because I have a talent being seen. I don't like to be seen, to be noticed, to be perceived. So because of that, I try to blend it. And that is very hard because especially in Russia, you cannot blend in. There's absolutely no way. I have a lot of brown skin.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
I have a lot of brown
Yeah.
skin. So it limits my choices when it comes to fashion. However, but when I was home, it meant that because I like African fabric, Ankara fabric, because I like it so much, it made sense for me to style it differently, to keep picking up fabrics and making them and styling them differently, and just reinventing yourself every day. How do you feel today? Do you feel like being so serious and feeling like a powerful woman? Which fabric looks more like that, or do you feel like being a fun girl?
So what you're trying to say, your sense of dressing is being influenced by what you want to feel like. I don't know how to put it, but
what I want, okay. I think it's an essential part of girlhood generally. When we dress up in the morning, you think about. Have you ever had a girl say, "I don't have anything to wear"?
Oh.
It's because
this is
most
every
of the
day,
time, most
and
of the
then
time
you
it
have
comes
this
from-
much clothes, but
Yeah.
your words show that you have this much.
My joke is, it's because the person who bought those clothes is not the person sitting here right now. We are different people. But what I'm trying to say is, most girls in the morning when they study to dress up, the question is, who do I want to be seen as today? Do I want to be seen as the cute, flirty girl? So I'm gonna put on a nice dress.
Your life
Do I
is
want
so
to-
complicated.
please,
So complicated.
Please don't think that we have personality disorder. But
It's not. No, it's not
I'm
like that.
thinking
It's
so many
just,
things right
it's
now.
just like,
I'm
how am
thinking
I
of a
feeling
lot of
today?
things.
Am I feeling like being bright and airy and brave. So I'm gonna put on a dress. Am I feeling like putting on the most powerful feminine suit and looking like the most boss-ass babe? Like, sorry, the most like
I understand.
the most strongest woman in this planet, like the epitome of feminism. I'm gonna pick up the right suit, the right color, and everything. Do I want to feel like a princess? I'm gonna pick something else. So it matters, like for me, and I think it matters for most girls. Like to
Is
think
it so?
about what you want to wear
Is it so?
or how you want to be seen outside.
Is it so?
And especially when you have a boyfriend.
Okay. Listen. Let's look at our beautiful diplomatic Xenia here. What does her dress say about her personality? Okay, tell us a little bit about what you
For
see.
one, she's being. I want to show I'm professional. I'm here for business, but at the same time, don't be scared. It's just business. But I'm a cool person. I'm a fun person.
She is.
Oh.
She is.
There's a lot of flowers. You see. Like,
Okay.
yes, flowers. It's formal, but not that formal. It's also casual.
Okay.
You understand?
And Bracken, what do you see?
Same thing. It's the businesswoman.
Businesswoman.
Thank you so much.
She's living up to her dreams. She's living up to her dreams, which is really beautiful. Okay, let's we can start. We don't have time, unfortunately. So let's start rounding up our discussion here. Okay, I have a question for Xenia. Can you share a personal experience, that highlights the importance of creativity in your life? Creativity in general.
Creativity.
A personal experience, something that happened that actually shows that this is a milestone. Actually.
So, for me, when we're talking about art and fashion and music, these things are for me is to be involved only maybe to have the rest. Because sometimes we are so busy with our education or work, and for me it is necessary just to relax, to have the rest. For instance, I love so much go to some theaters or to play the piano and listen to music, or maybe to visit some exhibitions which is linked to fashion. I think the most also important thing for every country to develop these spheres, because it's our values and it's our nature, and it is also just things that helps to enhance cooperation and partnership with other countries.
All right, that's very true. That's very true. Thank you very much for that. Now to Barkavi, what advice? I understand that you are more of a science girl. You are a doctor. What advice would you like to give young girls when it comes to making a decision or choosing career path, especially for those that wish to go into the fashion industry?
Okay, so I believe that the women need to find out what they really want at a very young age, because that helps, that takes a big step when you talk about career, because you as a woman you have biological age and you don't have a lot of time for a lot of things, but still you can still decide what you want to do, even if you are in the late middle age or something. So if you take a decision, for example, I want to be a doctor, and I took this decision when I was a very young age, but moreover my goal is different, but to achieve that I need to go to med school and graduate as a doctor. That's very important, and I took that decision and I'm staying by it. Even though I hated it so many times and for different reasons, why do I need to be here? But still, I love that. The love is bigger than the hatred. So for that reason, I took a decision and I'm sticking by it, and I keep choosing that decision every single day, and I'm working on it to reach where I want to go. So that is very important. it's not just about career. In whatever the young girls you guys are doing, just take a decision and stick by that. And believe in that. It's very important.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you so much. I really like that. This is very truly inspirational. Okay, my last question or request goes to Miss Lisa. Is there a message you would like to share with our audience and we here that are on the seat or on the hot chair, so like as they call it, about the importance of supporting African women in the field of arts?
I feel like African women have a lot to say, and they also will have a lot to teach. I believe, given the right chances, there's a lot of knowledge that is Africa generally, and because our culture is a lot of things that are orally taught, you realize that there are things that you know, that someone says, oh, how do you know that? You can't explain how you know it, but maybe you saw your grandma doing it or your mom doing it. It's just something that you know. And I think some of the things are very, very valuable. And if more people give especially the African women chance, there's so much good things that can come from Africa that we can teach them. Because now we see like, oh, we're gonna be using the African cocoa butter, shea butter. Oh, we're going to do the African threading on our hair to make it stronger. Oh, I'm using hair, maybe I should try like African this, African that, this, African masking with the clay, with the red soil, the red clay. And these are things that are coming from Africa, but without the influence of the African woman. It's like they are being stolen or they're being forcibly taken. But instead of that, it's better, I would think, to say that they let us teach them, you know. That way we can even explain to like, oh, okay, I know you think that's how it's done, but if you do it this way, it's gonna be better for you. Or if you do it this way, you're going to make less mistakes. You're going to learn faster, you're going to get results faster. This comes from experience that I have, the mistakes, maybe the pains I got from making the same mistakes when I was a kid, and now I am smarter at it. So give African women a chance, because there's a lot they can teach and there's a lot that they can share with the world, and I think, yeah.
Thank you very much. And this brings us to the end of our wonderful discussion. I really wish we had more time to sit down and go even deeper into this very broad topic.
And thank you so much, our beautiful moderator.
See, this explains that there's nothing we can do without the help of man.
Thank you for your great mission.
Thank you very much.
It was so thought-provoking actually, and
I am so excited actually to be able to sit and listen to such bright minds as yours. It was amazing. It has been like a very great discussion. I've learned a lot today from each and every one of you, and I personally also am looking forward to more of these, and I hope to again sit with these three people and even more people that we are going to share a lot of ideas that they have in their tank. And to our audience also, you should always be anticipating and be expecting more of such beautiful sessions. And don't give up, and especially for our female audiences, you've heard what your fellow women say today. And see you next time. Thank you very much. Bye.
So guys, we just concluded this episode of Bantaba. If you're watching this video, it means you already know how it went. I can bet you had a great time. We will be here next week, same time, same venue. Stay tuned. It's your favorite host, Christina. Bye.